grab you a cup of coffee, or in my case for today, water. I'm trying, you guys. And today we are going to be talking about why Movie Monday. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today, and after having way too much caffeine and not enough water last week, I am chugging the water today. So I did have water, or I did have coffee this morning, but I really want to get back on track with water intake for this week. Also, while we're talking today, we're not going to have the computer open. We're just going to have a cozy homeschool video, and I'm going to be working on Christmas presents, because 'tis the season. I'm working on a gift for one of them that had a specific request for Christmas, and so I'm going to try to get this done when she's not awake, and try to also get this sit down filming done while they're not awake so that I can edit whenever. And again, I'm going to have to lean back so that you could see. Thankfully my chair leans back. I love that about my desk chair. Matt ordered it off of Amazon. I love it. It has the padded armrest. It has where I can just lean back whenever I want to and do this. So if you see me leaning back, it's I kind of want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing on here. And also, this is a free pattern. I found it on Ravelry. If you are a crocheter, email me and I will send you the link on Ravelry where I got this free pattern for what I'm working on. But today we're going to be talking about homeschool, and I wanted to talk to you guys about Movie Monday, how to prioritize Movie Monday, and how to keep it fun for your kids. So reason number one for Movie Monday is it's the day after Sunday, which I know some of you are like, well, duh. Well, let's talk about things. So before this school year began, my husband was called to preach. Then, a month later, less than a month later, well, actually, technically, he was called to preach 20 years ago, but the first two churches we were in, he didn't get to preach. The second one we were at, there's another reason for that, but that's his story to tell, not mine. But the first one that he was in, being trained to be able to preach, he didn't meet their criteria, aka financial, and they had this very, my kids call it the caste system of what they prioritize as people who were valuable enough in the ministry to invest in, and he didn't meet their requirements. And so we left that legalist church, and then we went to another church to just basically heal and move on and all those things. So technically he was called to preach 20 years ago, but he just re-announced his call to preach in April. He felt like it was God was telling him, now is the time. You need to start training, investing. I want you to start now. So he did. And about less than a month into that calling, maybe about 6 weeks, all of a sudden God called him and said, you're going to be a pastor. And honestly, Matt was kind of hoping he was going to be an evangelist, because we're a travel homeschool family. That totally makes sense, right? No, he wanted him to be a pastor of a church. So we started doing what we're calling pastorate training, and he has started doing pastorate training while maintaining a full-time job, while being a father of 4 and a husband. So it's been an interesting journey. So number one reason why we love doing Movie Monday and we prioritize it is because we are now a ministry family. Sundays are incredibly busy, and I felt like God set this up way before, because we've been doing Movie Monday for years now. But one of the reasons why we've maintained Movie Monday is now on Monday mornings every other week we are sitting down and watching a movie for school, and we're watching a movie based on literature, screenplay, a script, something that happened in real life, like a true story, movies like that. So we're sitting down and watching those. So number one, it's because it gives us a chance to just do school on Monday, but not be so extensive that they can't sit down and focus on it, or they can't just sit down and rest and relax. So this past Monday, it was the Monday after our church's 135th homecoming, and there was a lot that happened that day. There was getting up early to cook. We actually were so busy, and our oven was busy cooking, that we ended up eating out. And then we had song practice when we got to church. Then Matt taught Sunday school. Then I had some nursery things to take care of. Then Matt sung a solo, or sung in a quartet. First thing, he sung yeah, he was in a quartet the first song of the service. Then immediately after service, we were eating lunch with our church family. Then immediately went into the nursing home ministry that was also scheduled for that day, because we're on a specific schedule with a specific nursing home where we go every other month on a specific Sunday, and it fell on this week. So yeah, it was a lot. So then we were exhausted, like a good exhausted. It was a super busy Sunday. So having that movie Monday this week to just sit down and rest and relax made it so much easier to get through the school day. So what do we do on the ones where we have reports? So I will let them sleep in to a certain point on Mondays, and then if they're not up by that point, I will wake them up so that they can still get a good night's sleep that night as well, because if they sleep in too much, they don't sleep great that night. They will still get up, and I still have them do some chores on Mondays so that they are doing something up physical, movement, exercise, so that they have that balance of like they are not just sitting still all day. And then they sit down and do their report, and that is the only thing they are responsible for until around dinner time. And then dinner time, they do still have to do like dinner theme or kitchen themed chores or whatever. But yeah, that's all they have to do. So number one is because Sundays, because ministry life, and because of how busy weekends can be, it's nice for us to have that time to sit down and just be able to take our time easing slowly into the school week. Reason number two that we love doing Movie Monday is it gives us more quality time, or gives me more quality time together with the girls. So Movie Monday has become my time to sit down with all 4 girls and watch a movie that they have selected for their school, and just sit down and watch a movie together. Ways that we've turned this into quality family time. The girls get to help select what kind of meal or what kind of food they want to do for Movie Monday. So it might be a special snack. This week we found gluten-free pumpkin spice snacks from Sam's Club for a very good price. So this week we did the gluten-free pumpkin spice snacks. We also had found at Aldi that they had their favorite soup in stock, so we had their favorite soup, and we had like half sandwiches to go with it. So like stuff like that. But it became a time for like us to just sit down and watch a movie together, because you would be surprised how, with especially ministry life, crazy family life, even with 2 young adults, 2 teenagers, trying to balance everything out, it became a time for us to just sit down and say, hey, let's just spend some time together watching a movie. And sometimes we'll like pause it and talk about fun facts about specific actors that are in it. Like this past week we were watching Pirates, and we did not realize that one of the characters in the first Pirates movie was one of the characters in Guardians of the Galaxy. Didn't know that. So like we had a fun time talking about that. Look that up for yourself. But we had fun getting to talk about that, share about that, and we had that special time with just myself and the 4 girls, because it's difficult for us to schedule time with just the kids. And I talked about that a little bit yesterday in our Worship Wednesday video, talking about balance and trying to encourage you to find that balance with all the things God has called you to do. Reason number 3 that I like Movie Monday is it allows what I like to call hyperfixation. So literally split down the middle of our house. Half of our family is ADHD and the other half is not. But when it comes to the 2 that are doing school, one has ADHD and the other one is a genius, and she is ambidextrous. So like it's extremely difficult to kind of balance out school for both of them. So what we have found works is what we call hyperfixation. That's where you will only focus on one school thing at a time. And you saw that last week in our video talking about our school schedule. We are doing what is called, I think technically they call it a block schedule. Mondays we only do literature. Like that's the only thing we do. We don't do any extra math. We don't do science, history, art, any other electives. We are the only school subject that we do is movies. And what that has allowed us to do, and the way that I've seen my kids grow through this, is then on the weeks that they're sitting down to do their reports, they can put earbuds in, play music, and then that's all they're doing for that day is just writing their reports, and that's it. And it helps them to hyper focus on that, and then they're not stressing about it any other time of the week. We know. And also the other thing about Movie Monday is like the week of Labor Day, or the week before Labor Day, I had to take a family member to go have surgery, and being able to have them be able to sit down and watch the movie twice, watch it through the first time, and then the second time watch it through while writing their report, it made it easier for me to step away and be able to do that. And it also made it easier for them to hyper focus on it. And then the next week was Labor Day. They didn't have to worry about the reports on Labor Day. They could just sit down and spend time together, because I think we had an at-home Labor Day this year. So that they just allowed them a day to sit down and relax at home, especially after busy life with church life. So, because it was a fifth Sunday. Yeah, fifth Sundays are crazy. It allowed them to have that time to just hyper focus on it in general. Honestly, guys, that's it. That's the 3 main reasons why we love doing movies as literature. Is it allows us to kind of fills that role for us of being able to still do homeschooling the way that we want to meet all of the criteria of what they need to be learning, but also it allows us to have some time to invest more time into like one-on-one time with the kids. The other thing that it allowed us to do was, once they finished their movie yesterday, we all took naps or reading time, and it allowed us to be able to have some built-in downtime into our school schedule, because there are times that we just need to say, hey, I need a break. I need some time to myself. I need to either take a nap, I need to read, I need to go have some coffee outside in a swinging chair, which we did that last week too. Being able to schedule Movie Monday and only have that one subject a day, and it also allowed us to like get caught up on laundry. So before they sat down and watched the movie yesterday, we had spent Saturday catching up all the laundry before my young adults came back from house sitting, and so they put all their laundry away. So like there was still a chore that got done. There was the movie. There was fun snacks and healthy food for lunch that day. And it was a healthy snack and healthy food for lunch that day. Prioritize those healthy times together. And then we had a great day with just the girls and myself at home. And then when Matt came home from work, then they could go and have their alone time or video gaming together time, while Matt and I had some alone time as well. So those are the 3 reasons why I absolutely love Movie Monday. If you're interested in more information about Movie Mondays or about movies as literature, we have several videos on it. Hopefully soon. We're trying to figure out, guys, a way which website we want to work with where we are going to sell the PDFs, because the system that we had now was like you give through Super Thanks and then I would email it to you. People don't like that option. Some people don't want to do Super Thanks through YouTube. They would rather pay through a different website to do it. So we're trying to figure that out. For now, it's still through Super Thanks. But if you're interested in movies, literature, about that, help us pray about finding the perfect website to sell PDFs through, where we're not paying like a super expensive amount, because we're already paying $600 a year to keep YouTube going. But that's it for today's video. 4 things I want to tell you guys. Number 1, Jesus loves you. Number 2, thank you to all our members for supporting this content and allowing us to continue making these videos free to the general public. Number 3, whether you have the money to donate to our channel or not, and you were able to learn something and sit down and hear advice for your homeschooling life that you need for your family, that's okay. Liking, watching, positive comments, and subscribing also helps us to keep this channel going. And number 4, we hope to see you next time.